Hi there, this is Brick from How to IELTS, and today we will be reviewing this speaking test from Manna, who is from Bangladesh. And if you would like your own free mock speaking test with myself, you can join my WhatsApp group. The link is in the description below. But I advise you to be very quick because I will put a hold onto the group once it reaches 500 members. So let's begin. Is Brick? Could you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Moin Manna.
Thank you. Okay, very monotone start. So the pitch of his intonation, the pitch of his voice was very flat. This part of the test is not assessed. But let's continue. Let's see how we do. So, and what should I call you today?
You can call me Manna.
Manna. Thank you, Manna. Now, in this first part of the test, I will ask you questions about yourself. So, what is your favorite subject to study?
Uh, Actually, I completed my honors in political science, so it was my favorite subject that I completed. Uh,
Okay, okay, start. Nice start. He seems quite relaxed, quite chilled out. I would like it if he was a bit more upbeat. Maybe his pitch changes a bit. At the moment, it's a little bit flat, but let's continue to see if we get a better idea regarding his speaking skills.
yeah,
Okay. And did you enjoy school as a child?
yeah, of course. When I was a child, I read in school nearby our village. It was so amazed for me because I was
Right. Okay. So the correct way to pronounce it is amazed. I think that's what he was trying to say. But yeah, let's continue.
really and benefited from school time. It was so uh, pleased, and I had so many friends that interested me.
Okay. So far he sounds Manna sounds a little bit mechanical. Like the pitch of the voice is like this. So that may go against him when we review his overall score. We will do that at the end. So I'll give you my detailed analysis at the end. So that might go against him, unless that changes, of course.
So, so I think it was a great time for me.
Okay. And are there any subjects you wish you had studied?
Uh, uh, though I have finished my I finished my course in political science. If I chanced in future for get higher study in abroad,
If I chanced or changed, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it seems like a pronunciation error there.
uh, then I want to choose the
Yeah, so it was definitely a pronunciation error there because here he said chose. I want to chose. Chose is actually the incorrect way to say it. We would say chose, but chose refers to the past tense. When you say I want to, we don't then say past tense vocabulary. Okay. Yeah. So just a slight grammatical error there. Let's continue.
uh, uh, I want to choose a subject related to
I want to choose.
my subjects, and in this field, I can choose the public administration because I want to engage myself. Uh,
I want to engage myself. Nice vocabulary there. But although we wouldn't say I want to choose the public relation, or we just say public. We don't need to say the word the. Yeah.
and in a government body. So, in that perspective, I I can realize that if I studied in public policy or public administration, that would be best for me.
Okay, we're losing a little bit of coherence here, meaning that we're slowly getting off topic. We're not directly answering the question. So just be mindful of that. Let's continue. Okay. And do you prefer to study alone or do you prefer to study with your friends?
Uh, it actually depends on uh, when I regard more deep study for any topics to better understand, then I chose only for engaging myself to better have deep understanding for any subject. And when I realized that the conversation or
Conversation with a V sound, a V sound, not conver. I know many different countries they struggle with different sounds when it comes to the English language. So I know it's very common for the Bengali community, those who come from Bangladesh. They often struggle with the V sound, and they replace that V with a B. So just be mindful of that. Let's continue.
uh, to express something new, topics for discussing with others, and it would be better if I join with my friends or some professionals. Then I chose it for my perspective.
Okay, let's now move on. Okay, I think with at the moment regarding fluency and coherence, we're around about the band 4, maybe band 5 mark. So we want to push that up. So let's see if if his score does go up. Yeah. To a different topic. So we will talk about traveling. Uh, do you like traveling?
Yeah, of course. I love traveling, and when I
Okay. I saw a smiley face there. Good. So and straight away with the smile, I saw your intonation change a little bit. That's good because from the start till now, your pitch was very, very flat. Now it's slowly fluctuating, it's changing, which is good. Yeah, let's hope this improves to get those higher marks.
get free time, I try to go out uh, in some new places. For example, last week I go out for a short trip.
Last week I went, not go out. Go out doesn't refer to the past. Last week we're talking about the past, so we wouldn't say go out. Uh, yeah, again, just a grammatical error there.
In uh, a very rural side.
Again, that B and the V sound that's starting to become a problem now. Very, not very. I understand this is a difficult sound because you might not have this sound in your language. Again, this is to the Bengali audience. I know there's many viewers who watch this show, who watch this channel, who are from Bangladesh. So this is my advice to you. Just be careful of the different sounds that we have in the English language, especially the B V sounds. Try not to get them confused.
Area, and it was so beautiful and uh, net quite natural area, and anyone who 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 going to there.
I think we're losing coherence here. It's like you start your answers off well, but then they kind of just go off on their own. Yeah. So just be mindful again, please, Manna.
uh, I can definitely say that he or she will uh, be get some new excitement. So
Okay. And is there a country that you would like to travel in the future?
I actually love so much European country.
Love, not love, and European, not European, European, European.
Right. So in this perspective, if I get chance in future, definitely
Not in this perspective. Perspective, it just means opinion. Okay, it's very similar to opinion, or even means opinion. We wouldn't say in this opinion. Opinion is yours. So, in my perspective, in my opinion,
I will. I want to go in UK because there
so yeah, so these prepositions or are becoming an issue. I want to go to the UK. No, I want to go in the UK. I understand what you're trying to say. It's a very common mistake. But I want to go to the UK. Um, yeah.
have some historical places and
Historical, not historical. Historical.
there have so many uh, uh, gorgeous things and traditional things.
I like that. Gorgeous things. That's the first sign of a higher order vocabulary that I noticed from you, Manna. Good. You used it almost naturally. I will give you that. Good.
Which love for um, knowing or gather some ideas what was in past and what was their progress and what was
Okay. So your answers are going on for a bit too long now, Manna. We don't need answers that are that extended, especially for questions in part one, maybe in part three. But for these basic questions, they just require a basic answer. So again, this goes back to the fluency and coherence part. Now, I will talk more about what fluency and coherence is towards the end of the test when I when I look at the marking sheet and I mark your actual speaking test. But yeah, we don't need answers too long.
their thing. So definitely,
Thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic. Right. So we've entered part two of the speaking test. We will see what the topic card is in just a moment. And I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
Okay, I will now share the topic. Okay, so you have six. Okay, so let's see the topic. A book or movie you enjoyed. Okay, describe a book or movie you enjoyed. You should state what it was, when you read or watched it. So when you read the book or when you watched the movie, what it was about, and explain why you enjoyed it. Okay, a nice topic there. Let's see how Manna does. 60 seconds to make notes, and your 60 seconds starts now. Right, let's see. Okay, so your 1 minute is now over, and you can start to speak now.
In this part, I want to share with you amazing a book that I bought uh, uh, 2 months ago, and I already finished it. Uh, mm,
Okay, so far a little bit of an improvement. I can slowly see the enthusiasm in your voice. I would like to see a lot more, though. Let's continue.
it was the main thing that how can you uh, maintain or how can you properly achieve anything with very uh, skillfully or in a calm way. So the main perspective that that was I was so I must to read the book. Uh, if you get some any stress or any problem, so you have many problems arise your self. So in that time, you have to recover yourself. So the main thing that if you recover yourself to progressive way or step by step, you have to go out for another place that you feel amazing, or if you want to engage with anyone who you want better to communicate with him. So y- actually, you choose what better for you and what you like, and that is the main thing for the book. And it talks
Right. So far, I don't think we're directly answering the question. It's starting to become quite apparent now. Uh, yeah, let's continue.
about a story that two friends who suggest him.
Right. So now we're starting to talk a bit about the book itself. It's only now. So that first portion of the speaking part two was almost irrelevant. We started off well, but then it dips down. Now we're picking back up.
uh, what uh, how can he manage himself.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Okay. So for part two, um, there wasn't um, there wasn't much emphasis on the actual topic card. Okay, I know you mentioned the book. You started off quite well. You talked about how you bought it, I think, 2 months ago, and you've already finished it, and it was an amazing book. After that, you lost a lot of coherence there. So we're looking more around that band four mark. I think this may be because of a couple of reasons. One of those reasons might be because of vocabulary. I think if you have a large enough vocabulary, you will be able to describe the book in a bit more detail. So I will explain to you how you can broaden your vocabulary at the end of this video when I give my detailed feedback. But let's continue. Let's move on to talk about entertainment and media in a bit more detail. So why do people enjoy reading books or watching movies?
The first thing, people want to know new things.
Okay, a really good start here. Let me explain why. Uh, One of the best ways to give an organized answer, especially for part three, is to use sequence words. So, sequence words are words that put things in order. So, I think he said one of the first things, using words like that, or firstly, secondly, additionally, moreover, furthermore, finally, using these words, it just helps you puts into place the things that you're about to say. So I noticed that you mentioned that. Let's see if there are more examples of sequence words. Good start. I think this has probably been your best answer so far to any question. I know we've only just started this answer, but let's see how it goes.
And this uh, um, and people try to explore something new ideas and gather some new opinions for benefited for them. And I think the another thing is that the
Another example of a sequence word. He said another thing. So well done. Good. Yeah, he did good. We're doing much better.
we want excitement or enjoyment, or uh, so that's why we are chose book or movie, I think.
Okay. And do you think books are more popular now, or do you think they were more popular in the past?
uh, Book is one thing that uh, all around uh, it's uh, it's capture people's mind.
Right. We're not answering the question directly. We just need to answer um, when was it more popular? But we're talking, well, our answer is something, it's not answering the question basically. But let's see.
Because the book only gives us knowledge, gives us enjoyment, and also the prosperous, uh, so that we can go ahead.
Good use of vocabulary there, prosperous. However, I don't think we've used it in the right place. Now, yes, you can get more marks when you use higher order vocabulary. However, you can actually lose marks if you use these words in the incorrect place. So here we've used the word prosperous incorrectly. So just be mindful of that, please.
Which we need, and we can easily get some ideas from the book. So I think it is very important for
Intonation is picking up now. I'm starting to see the confidence. Although that last part is very, not very. I know we've mentioned that, but I thought I'd just point it out.
it was very important in the past and in the present, and of course the future. The book play a vital role for us.
Okay. And do you think books are more popular than movies in your country?
It's actually a separate idea. People who love watching movie try to explore and gather some ideas or enjoyment with their friends.
Right, we're not answering the question here. I kind of understand what you're trying to say. However, you're not getting your message across. Yeah.
To watch movies. The book reading book sector is different idea. People some it's related to knowledge or uh, I no other people who it's actually different. So I can easily tell that book and the who are educated person uh, always try to himself to engage with book rather than the movies or anything.
Okay, and I think I've understood what you've said there. However, it's just a lack of vocabulary that I think is holding us back. Lack of vocabulary and other things as well, like the pronunciation. So intonation would come under pronunciation. But yeah, the vocabulary is really holding us back because it's because of the lack of vocabulary that's causing those long pauses and that mechanical voice, the no pitch, that's holding us back. We want to get those high band sixes. But yeah, let's continue. We will talk more about this at the end. Okay, thank you. And what do you think parents can do to encourage their children to read more?
Yeah, parents have a vital role for this sector because uh, only parents can know how to encourage their children in because they spend more time with their children or than any other people. So in a way, parents can easily motivated their children by
Motivate, not motivated. Parents can motivate.
any encouragement like this book is very important for
Again, encourage. Yeah, parents can motivate and encourage, not encouragement. Encouragement is the noun, encourage is the verb. Parents can verb. Okay, parents can encourage.
that reason. So you should read this book because this book help you a lot for your knowing or knowing your unknown thing. So please read it. In this way, I think parents can engage their children. So
Okay, I noticed a little bit of intonation there. In this way, and then you carried on. I know I'm constantly talking about intonation. It's just because there's not much evidence of it in this response from Manna. And if we just add that, we can easily boost up our skills. One more point, by the way. You look really calm and relaxed throughout this test, which is really good. Good. It's really nice to see. It can be very difficult to, do these speaking tests. So the fact that you look relaxed, well done.
First, then
Very much. Thank you. We've now come to the end of this test, so I will now stop the recording. Right. So two things there. I will give my feedback, but if you notice, I had to stop Manna there, and that's because the answer was going on for too long. So if the examiner does this to you, don't worry. We just have a time limit, and we reached the end of that time limit. So that's why the exam stopped. That's why I had to stop it. Right. Let's now mark this speaking test, and we will do that by using this sheet on your screen. So this is called the IELTS Speaking Band Descriptor. You can download this. The link is in the description below. Please download it, and then we will look at this together. So let's start off with the band 4 for fluency and coherence. So band 4, bullet point 1 says cannot respond without noticeable pauses and may speak slowly. So there were lots of noticeable pauses. And a noticeable pause is basically a pause that's very easily noticed. So there were lots of those. And the speech was very slow. And it says with frequent repetition and self correction. There was some evidence of repetition and self correction. However, the noticeable pauses and the speaking slowly kind of trumped that. We've definitely hit bullet point 1. Now let's look at bullet point 2. Links basic sentences, but with repetitious use of simple connectives and some breakdowns in coherence. So yes, there were lots of breakdowns. There was lots of a lack of coherence there. Lots of evidence of a lack of coherence. So yeah, we've definitely got a band for fluency and coherence. And let's look at a lexical resource. We'll look at a band 4. If Manna gets all the points for a band 4, then we can look at a band 5 for lexical resource. So let's do that. So a band 4 is able to talk about familiar topics, but can only convey basic meaning on unfamiliar topics and makes frequent errors in word choice. Yes, I would agree with that. Rarely attempts paraphrase. I think your paraphrasing ability, you did that quite well actually. Paraphrasing. So yeah, I'll give you that. Let's look at a band 5. So a band 5 manages to talk about familiar and unfamiliar topics, but uses vocabulary with limited flexibility. This is a tricky one. I think you've just about hit that target, hit that bullet point. You've just about. So yeah, I will give you that. The second bullet point attempts to use paraphrase, but with mixed success. Yes, I think that's a better description of your ability to using paraphrasing. So yeah, so we got a band 4, a band 5. Let's look at the grammatical range and accuracy. So again, we'll start with the band 4. Produces basic sentence forms and some correct simple sentences, but subordinate structures are rare. The subordinate structures in this exam, they were rare. Now, I don't want to talk too much about what these technical terms mean in this video. I just want to look at this as a feedback video so you can all get a better understanding of what a band 5 or a band 4.5 looks like. We've got that so far. And the second bullet point, errors are frequent and may lead to misunderstanding. Yes, that actually happened to me quite a bit. I misunderstood a lot of the things that you said, mainly because of the errors that were made. Okay, so we've got a 4 for that. And Pronunciation. Let's look at a band 4. Uses a limited range of pronunciation features. Definitely. Attempts to control features, but lapses are frequent. Yep. Mispronunciations are frequent and cause some difficulty for the listener. So the mispronunciation here refers to, I think it was historical, and the B's and the V's getting confused the other way around. So I think that's a perfect description of your speaking test. So for fluency and coherence, we got a band 4 for lexical resource. We got a band 5, grammatical range and accuracy, a band 4, and pronunciation, a band 4, bringing our total score to a band 4.5. Right. So, what can we do to improve this score? Well, firstly, we can broaden our vocabulary. How can you do that? Well, there's a number of things that you can do. The first thing that you should be doing is watching a variety of TV shows in English or even American. I know that it's also English, but yeah, English or American TV shows, and you want to use this to pick up words. Yeah, and strengthen our understanding of what these words mean. Another thing that you can do, you said that you like reading books in this test. So try to read some type of books, whether it's biography books or even the text in the IELTS reading passages. Okay. And if these are a little bit hard for you at the moment, you can even start off with just children books, just to, get a stronger understanding of what basic words mean. Okay, so that's one thing we can do, broaden our vocabulary. The second thing I really want you to do is focus on intonation. So, intonation is the pitch of your voice when it goes up or when it goes down. At the moment, it's too flat. Yeah, and that brings us to the end of this video. Again, if you would like your own free speaking test, join my WhatsApp group. Please hit that like button on this video. Leave a comment. Give me your feedback. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.